I'm Melissa.
And I'm Mike.
Welcome back to the A&M podcast.
So I was thinking about something. And we now have True Crime Thursdays and we have Marvel Mondays. This should be called something. It's just, I feel like it
Tuesday.
It's just Tuesday. Typical Tuesday. This is our typical Tuesday episode. So how's your week going so far? It's early, right? But
it is early in the week. It's going okay. It's going pretty good. You know.
Weather's been great.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been like pretty good like later on in the evening. Like once the sun goes down a little bit, it's been a little nicer.
Yeah.
For anyone who saw the audio version or the visual version of our podcast last week, if you haven't, I think you should go see it.
And this is why you need to watch to the end of all of our episodes. Go ahead.
Because you never know what's going to happen. So we're wrapping up our podcast, and like where I sit is like, a little peek behind the curtain. Contrary to popular belief, I am not in the A&M podcast studio break room. I'm in my dining room. In my dining room, like I can see everything in front of me. I see dang near the whole house. And as we're finishing up our podcast, I'm here alone, which, thankfully doesn't happen now too often. But that specific night, I was here alone. And as I'm finishing up the podcast, I just glance over, and around the corner of there's like a hallway in front of me. And coming around the corner is a big old palmetto bug. Ooh, my worst nightmare comes crawling towards me. And again, I'm here by myself. And if you listened to our podcast a few months ago, I fractured my foot trying to kill one of these things. And I guess
it's not this. Do you think it's the same one? It came back for revenge?
No, it's definitely not. Because that one was much smaller. But not like an actual small one, but
could have grown in that time.
No. So the thing is, I think it's because there's a lot of water around us. Like I heard that.
It's also the time of year. It's this time of year.
Because I did
we
hear.
Have them too.
I did hear that from the pest control company I worked at, that palmetto bugs, God bless them, they can't swim. So if there's a lot of water around you or it just rained really bad or whatever, they try to seek shelter because they can't swim.
Wow, things. That makes me feel more mean, because usually when I catch them, I drown them. So I feel meaner now knowing that they can't swim.
They can't swim. So they'll try to seek shelter indoors, and then they get killed, which sucks for them. And it's funny because even that night I'm sitting here. So anyways, he comes around the corner and he's coming at me. I assume it's a he because he was ginormous. And coming at me, and we had to wrap it up. We had to wrap it up because otherwise I was just about to leave.
Yeah, and what was funny is I instantly knew from the look on your face that exactly what was going on. I said that at the time, but yeah.
So then my laundry room is to this side of me and to my right. So he kind of started going there, and then he started going back, and I just had to get out of here. And I asked my dad if he'll come over and kill it for me, but he said no. So then I left the cats out here, and I barricaded myself in my bedroom the entire night. And then when Adrian came home, he couldn't find it. So I don't know if it went to a different apartment. I don't know if he found a way out. I don't know if he, left the way he came in. I don't know how he got in, because I don't even think I really opened the door that day.
Yeah.
But he disappeared, and he was real big, and I know he didn't come in my room because I barricaded the door. But the thing is, I was Googling that same night, do cockroaches bite? Because then I also thought, man, he's big, and Maple loves getting the cockroaches.
Catching them.
She really is my queen when it comes to a cockroach. But he looked so ginormous to me, he was on the ceiling. So if he looked that big that far away, Like I just don't
Yeah.
have, even though they don't bite, because I was like, man, if Maple goes after him, like, what if he bites her? But
Yeah.
the thing is, like, they don't bite again, I guess. Like they will bite if they feel threatened, but ChatGPT or Google, for the ChatGPT haters, um, they don't break skin. I guess it's like just a small like mosquito type bite or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Still not something you want.
it had me thinking like, man, why am I so scared of them? Like I really am just scared of them because they're so big and ugly and they can fly and they're
Yeah.
unpredictable.
Yeah. And
Fast.
I didn't even know that they could fly, before we lived in Florida.
Yeah.
And we had one, we had one in our house. This was years ago. We had one in our house. I think it was in the garage. And I went out and somebody said it was there and I went out to kill it. And I'm going over, with a shoe or whatever my tool of choice was to kill it. And I go to smack it and I missed and it flew and I was like, uh-uh, you know. And and it's always funny because there's like two different types of cockroaches. There's the palmetto bugs, which I think are the ones that fly,
Yeah, they're the ones that
and then
fly, the
there's
big
the
ones.
regular, what I consider the regular cockroaches that don't fly.
And
And
then there's the
whenever you
German
come up,
cockroaches, which are the really bad ones.
oh, see, I don't want to. What about the Madagascar
The
ones?
German the German
Aren't
ones,
they
the
the giant
Madagascar.
ones?
No, the
They're the ones they
German
used to have on, yeah, Fear Factor. Go
no, the
ahead.
German cockroaches, they're the little tiny ones, little tiny brown ones. Those are the ones that you don't
Oh,
want
okay.
because those usually equal infestation. But
Oh, okay.
and then there's like the regular size cockroaches, which I think are just like from being dirty.
Hmm.
I think most people
Okay.
in Florida either have like the um German cockroaches or the palmetto ones. The palmetto
Yeah.
ones are super popular because there's so much
We
water around here.
Popular. They're very popular. We had
They're
one of those.
popular.
We had one of those by our back door the other day. And again, when I see one, I assume regular cockroach, and then you go to kill it and it flies at you and you're like, again,
Terrifying. And it's like you
So,
can't
yeah.
even really hurt me. Like you're just scary.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just well, they carry disease as I hear it. They
Oh yeah,
carry
like
disease. So
salmonella and stuff.
nobody,
They do.
yeah,
They do.
nobody
Yeah.
wants that. The
That's true.
nasty creatures,
So yeah,
nasty,
guys,
nasty creatures.
that's what happened in the podcast. I got up from the table. We ended the podcast and I grabbed my laptop and ran in my room and tried to beg
Yeah.
my dad for a little bit to come over here.
Yep.
He wasn't
Yep.
budging. I
I
can't
kind of
call
wished we I
can't
kind
call
of
any
wished
of
that
my brothers because like they're
yeah.
definitely not killing
Yeah,
that
they're
for me. I had no
yeah,
one else to call.
they're worse than you. They're all worse than you.
You weren't coming.
Uh,
Adrian was working. That they're my
yeah.
two resources.
So
911.
I kind of wish we had been doing the post show subscription only though, because you running to your room in fear with the laptop looked like a scene from the Blair Witch
It
Project. It was
did.
just it
It
was
did. I
hilarious.
shut the house down on my way in. Like, yeah, click this light, click
Yeah.
that light, because I don't know.
You
I felt like he was
seated
coming towards me.
Yeah, you seated like, 4/5 of the house to the cockroach, and you were just, he can have the rest of the house. I just have the room.
I just
So
have
that
the
was,
room. It's
yeah.
okay. The kitchen, whatever you want. Help yourself to the pantry while you're at it.
Have a snack. I don't care. Yeah.
That's so
Oh
true.
man.
Really, no, that's what
Well,
it was. Prisoner.
you, you know, that kind of ties into what I wanted to talk about our topic. Not exactly, but I'm gonna force
Kind
it
of.
to tie
No, it
into our
is. Yeah,
topic.
kind
Yeah.
of.
Which was like I was thinking about like modern day things that we complain about or that get on our nerves that like weren't even a thing, a few years ago when
Yeah.
I was a boy.
Yeah.
Like the first one, and I have a list of them here. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading my list, and you have the same list, so
Yeah.
you can comment as well.
True.
One of them, and this is one that does always get me. Well, it's kind of a combined one, but they're actually two separate things. But autocorrect and autocorrect, I feel like has gotten worse because
Ah,
like it
yeah.
used to be that autocorrect would, if I misspelled a word, it would fix it, and that was pretty much it. And now autocorrect thinks it's smarter than me, and I spell the correct word, and it decides that I really meant a different word, and it changes it for me, and that drives me crazy. And then the other
I am
one,
so used to autocorrect. Like
Yeah.
Sometimes I get so like I'll just be typing so fast and autocorrect like I just know autocorrect is gonna fix it for me that
Yeah.
when I'm using something like when you go to your Safari and you're like trying to type something in or like type in a question just to like go to Google or
Yeah.
whatever and if it because it doesn't autocorrect me there, it's like annoying to me when
Yeah.
autocorrect isn't working. Like, come on, you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. I hate it, and yet I depend on it too much. Like I have a habit on my phone keyboard of instead of hitting the space, I'll hit the M because they're in similar. And the way that the iPhone keyboard works, the this on-screen keyboard, it's kind of weird like that. Like if you're near one, it kind of guesses at what you're doing. So I'll have
Mhm.
an entire like sentence that has no spaces in it at all, and it's just a bunch of gibberish words. And somehow, like I would say 70% of the time, it actually figures out what I was trying to say. So that's impressive. But
Or like when I'm typing at work and like I think autocorrect definitely does to an extent make you or me, maybe it's just me on this island by myself, but I feel like sometimes I hate using it because it could be making me dumber. And
yeah, yeah.
when I'm like typing an email out at work and I'm like, wait, I before E except after C.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they don't have autocorrect. Actually, the autocorrect when you're typing an email or whatever is just little, the old school squiggly red
Yeah.
line under it, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I gotta hover
Screen
over
share.
that
I'm
and
screen
see what it.
sharing, and now they think I'm stupid.
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah, my favorite is when I it's a word that I never spell right, and every time I depend on autocorrect to fix it, and then it doesn't fix it, and it
Oh
just
yeah.
leaves it there as the wrong word, like, and I'm like, well, I just then I go and use a different word that means the same thing that I do know how to spell
Because you have it, or
instead.
you'll have it spelled like so off from the word that you're thinking
Yeah.
of that
Yeah.
um
Even though I
it
feel like
doesn't
it's close
even
enough.
autocorrect is like
Yeah.
don't I
Yeah.
don't know what
I
you're
yeah,
trying to say. And then I
that's
have
not
to
even.
and then I have to voice to text it.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
that's when I
which
have
is
to
right. That's right. That's the fallback is I don't even try to type it. I just use I find that I do use the voice to text uh more often anymore than
Yeah,
actually typing
because it's
because typing
quicker.
sometimes gets on my nerves. Yeah.
Typing sometimes
Yeah.
takes too long that it's like, when I do
Mhm.
it, if I'm on with like a customer service chat, that's
Oh
when I
yeah.
use voice the most because I won't want to like take out the time to explain myself texting. Oh my gosh, I sent Jason the funniest Instagram earlier about voice to text and um it was this girl and she's at the mall with her mom and her mom's like older, I guess or whatever and she's sitting there recording herself like, "Ooh, look at the pretty Christmas tree. I love this time of year at the mall because they just have the prettiest Christmas tree out and la 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 la." And her mom is next to her, like at the mall, MALL, at the mall, and she's like, "Mom, just type it. Can you just type it?" And I'm like, "Wow, that's my grandmother."
That's true. That does sound like that could
Your mom is somehow
potentially
my
be.
grandma. Make it make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, so that's the first one. And then kind of ties into that, but not exactly, is GPS. And the thing with GPS is like no, most of the time it does great, or nav systems.
Mhm.
One of the things that's funny to me is, and the phones do it, the car does it, where you get in the car and they tell you, well, the iPhone will do it where it'll tell me like, you know, 10 minutes to Home Depot or something like that. Or the car will just occasionally, as like the nav thing comes up, it'll bring up, a location. And they've become smart, right? Where they know, oh, usually on Sunday at this time of the day, they go here. So, that's what it suggests. But
Yeah.
sometimes it also feels, a little judgy because I'll get in the car and it'll tell me like 5 minutes to crumble cookies, you know, and I wasn't gonna go for that's not where I was actually, on my way to the bank, but yeah, some cookies sound good
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
So,
Like, wow, do I
mm,
visit it too often at this time?
yeah, that's it. Like, wow, it's telling me. And for for a while there, I felt really good about it because when we used to go, to like the Y every evening to work out, it was like we'd get in the car and it would always tell me, oh, 15 minutes to the Central Florida YMCA. All right, I feel good now. And now when it's telling me like, you
It's
know,
like, looks like you replaced the gym with
yeah,
crumble.
yeah, some random restaurant. It's like,
I kind of like when it does that, when it's like I like when they get it right. I like when
yeah, yeah,
like it'll be a Saturday and because I went to your house like 3 Saturdays in a row, it just I get in the car and it just assumes I'm going there and I'm like, "Wow,
mm,
I am going there."
yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, so it's a blessing and a curse, I guess. It's only when it makes me feel bad about myself that I dislike that one. Um,
I mean, I will say I do really love the advancement in GPS, which I guess, yeah, I guess that is like the that's how they know that you're like a not a boomer because I'm not a boomer, but I
yeah,
think it was Adrian who said that it's like that's how the kids think or know that you're older is because you say
yeah.
GPS. It's not GPS now.
It's set
That's
a
what it
nav
is
system.
though. It's a
Yeah,
GPS.
yeah. It's literally it's yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, and it's like someone we know who refers to ATM machines as Mac machines. I still love that one.
Oh, a Mac machine. What does that even
A
stand for?
Mac machine. Mac machine was what they called the first ones that came out. I think it was actually the brand, and Mac stood for Money Access Card because it was, you had a card that you could
Mm.
use to access your money.
I do
But they haven't
remember
called them
that
that since like
when
the
you
80s.
had when you didn't like when you had just a specific like card
Yeah,
to access
your
the
debit,
ATM
yeah,
with,
your debit card, yeah,
and it was like
just a debit card.
you couldn't pay in the store with it.
Nope, nope.
You could
It
only
was
use it
literally
at
just
the
for that machine.
ATM. And it's funny
Yeah,
because like now, I wonder if they had. I guess they probably didn't have cash back then, but like now you go to the just the CVS and they're
anywhere.
asking if you
Yeah,
want cash back at the register. I
yeah,
noticed
yeah,
Walmart charges a fee for that, which I think is really ridiculous. Like, wow, okay, like this was always the
yeah.
sneaky way to get cash out for free, but like
Especially if you're
you're charging
buying
me a dollar
something.
twenty nine.
Especially if you're
Yeah,
buying something, that's odd because okay, but I'm also using it to pay for my stuff, which is saving you money because you don't have a credit card processing fee if I'm doing it as as a debit because they I don't think they get charged the processing fees on those or it's much cheaper.
right. Just give me my money, Walmart.
Yeah, that's right. And then and then the next one I had too, and you can pick some of these if you want to, if there's one that catches your eye, was smart home betrayals. And it's, we have I can't say any of their names because I'll trigger them, but we have,
And we
you
don't want
know,
to trigger y'all's either.
no, yeah, exactly. Um, and but we have, several different brands of smart home devices. I think the two big ones, the one that begins with a G and the one that belongs to Amazon. And I think before they added the AI to them, they were a lot worse. They were a lot more frustrating, but they're still like relatively frustrating because the one that belongs to Amazon, if I say your name, it'll think I'm talking to that
Oh, I've
device and
gotten
it'll
that
start
before.
responding.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
had that before.
Yeah.
Um,
And then if you, occasionally if you're talking just about searching something and you use the term that's synonymous with searching that begins with a G that is the same as the name of the company that's the device, it'll think you're talking to it and it'll start answering you and yeah.
okay, so like I don't really like the voice like saying the things of like
Yeah.
so and so do this or whatever. But I do like the smart home features of like with our AC, we have it on our phone. So if I'm laying in bed at
Oh yeah.
night and it's a little chilly or it's like a little warm, I can like go on my phone and turn the AC down from my bed or from the
Oh
couch or
yeah.
whatever. I like those kind of features. I like the feature of like, how we can lock and unlock our door from our phone. Like that's
Yeah.
very convenient. I like that. I don't like the touch screen put in my code lock, like because it's. I like your lock better where
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
buttons. Ours is a touch screen lock, so that's more
Hmm.
annoying because like, oops, my finger accidentally hit the three, or it didn't recognize the like one or whatever, and now I have to
Right.
like, yeah, that's
Right.
very annoying to me. But
See, I like our lock that we have because our lock also has a thumbprint reader that I have programmed for my thumb, but it also has a thing that's like proximity. So if I'm walking up the door with my phone in my pocket, it just unlocks.
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I like those little like smart home features. I like the little plugs that you can like get any kind of plug and like plug a lamp into it, and now all of a sudden that lamp is a smart home and you don't need the light anymore. I don't like the smart home light bulbs. I don't like that they like blink and you gotta wait for it to blink three
Ah,
times. That's the most triggering thing
no,
ever.
and the worst about those is that if you get a power failure in the middle of the night and then power comes back on
It's
and
just
every
blinking.
light in the house is now lit. Every light. And
That's
the
faulty.
internet doesn't
Yeah.
come right back up. The internet takes like 5 minutes to come back up.
Yeah.
So while you're waiting, and it's the middle of the night, so you're tired and you want all the lights out, but you gotta wait for, and you keep talking to
Yeah.
the speaker and asking it to turn the lights off for you, and it keeps responding, sorry, I can't connect to the internet. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's a super frustration about those bulbs
That's an
because
annoying one.
yeah, if you have the switches in that, they don't do that, but the bulbs
Hmm.
default to the on position for some reason. So they need to fix
Yeah,
that.
they need to fix
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of good about, again, the whole point of this discussion is modern day things that just occasionally get on our nerves, and there's quite a few related to the smart home stuff. It's
So,
great, but yeah.
like, the one on your list that made me laugh is the passcode changed paradox. Trying to update a password, being told you cannot use your last password, and realizing you did know the password after all. Oh my gosh. Like, what's so annoying about that is like, most of my passwords anyways, I just automatically save them to my phone so that my face unlocks it and like I
Yeah.
don't even need to
Yeah.
worry about it. But then when that like does happen and I need to like I want to log into something on my laptop or whatever and I don't have a MacBook so my passwords aren't like synced or whatever, it like a very annoying overall experience.
Right.
So then I'm sitting there on my phone like using my face and then I'm trying to count the letters like okay, so it's 10. So
You're,
what would I
you're
have
doing a you're
made
doing
it
you're doing a cryptogram to try to find your password.
to be 10? Yeah. And then, you can only use a password so many times on certain things or else it'll lock you out. Like that's stressful. And when it's like two more
Yeah.
tries,
Yeah.
like no. Or like that's very annoying to me. And I only, most of my passwords, like, not to sell myself out, but like, I use the same password for pretty much everything for a really long time. And
Yeah.
then the, you're right. And then these companies started making me change my password. So then I would change it. And then, now I remember back in the day, like, because I could say it because I don't use this password anymore, but it was like, wait, it was 6 letters. It was 6 letters, no uppercase, one number, or actually, I guess it was 5 letters, one number, and no uppercase, no nothing. And I remember I used that password for everything. And then all these places started saying, whoops, has to be 8 characters or more. And by
Yeah.
the way,
Yeah.
you need a special character. Back then, you couldn't even use a special character. Like, it wouldn't, incorrect. Like, you couldn't use
Yeah.
it. Now, you need at least one special character. You need at least one capital letter. I need a number. Now, some of certain things, they'll say you need 10 characters. Now we're making the
Yeah.
passwords longer. Now I need to think of, like, my
That's where you just have to
creating a
use the
password
pass.
of, like, laundry.
Yeah. That's where you just have to use they want you to start using the password generators. That's what actually
And I
what I
hate
really like.
those.
No, what I like now that I've started to really embrace is the passkey thing where it saves it to my phone. And if I go to something that I need to log, it saves the login to my phone. And if I go to something that I need to log into it, say on a browser, it'll
Mm-hmm.
bring up a QR code that I scan from my phone. I authorize it from my phone, and I never have to type the password in.
Ah, maybe I need to start using
Yeah.
that.
That
I
that passkey thing is it's definitely an improvement.
I
Good
do
job, technology, for that one.
I do know like sometimes you can go into your passwords in your phone and it'll show you the password sometimes with certain things,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
listen, I'm a simple
Yeah.
girl. I want to use and then when it comes up like telling me that my OG password is like a compromised password, but I still want to use it for everything. I don't care if it's
Yeah.
compromised. Okay,
Yeah.
like if you want to get into this,
Espe-
like go for it.
yeah.
Like go for
Especially
it.
if it's something that's not like it's not a secure thing. Like this is just the login for this game that I play. I don't there's no money transactions
If
involved.
y'all
I
want to
don't have any
hack
of my
my
personal
Chick-fil-A
information.
app, do it. I'm
Yeah.
making this my password.
Yeah. I had, speaking of having things hacked like that though, I had a
Oh,
circumstance
I remember.
where
I know what you're gonna
yeah,
say.
where I somehow my Subway account, my we used to do Subway every Thursday,
Hoagie
and somehow
Thursdays.
my
Yep.
Hoagie Thursdays, that was before True Crime Thursdays.
Yeah,
Um
that was.
but somehow my Subway account got hacked. And one thing that I hated about Subway back then was they would store your payment information in your account so that if somebody hacked your Subway account, they could suddenly be buying a bunch of food using your account
True.
and charging it to your your card that was on file. And I hated that. They improved it now because I think it just uses Apple Pay. So if somebody hacks
Oh
my
yeah.
account and goes to use my account from their phone, it's going to
Yeah.
use their Apple Pay. But the
Mhm.
person it was somewhere up in the New York area,
Unless you have a
and
freebie
they
on there.
went yeah, well, that's true. That's true. And I had those occasionally. But they went to like it was like three or four different subways. Or I guess they didn't necessarily go to, but they ordered from three or four different subways in the New York area within like a 2 hour period and ordered like a bunch of food. And of course I disputed it with my card and didn't end up paying it or any of that, but I'm like what was your end game there? Like, you
Free
know,
food.
free food. I guess they probably if they went and picked up the food, they got the food for free. But
And the
that
thing
annoyed
is, a
me.
lot of times with like those little things, like those people don't get like caught or reprimanded or like it's just
No,
kind of like
no,
a,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
It's
okay, here's your
basically
money back. Whoops, sorry about that. Like
yeah. But in the end, what's
unless they
bad about
create
that
a
is like
pattern of it, then
yeah, yeah.
then
Well,
something will
yeah. I
come of
mean,
it.
and like we've talked on True Crime Thursdays, when people get away with something long enough, they get sloppy, and then they do get caught because they think
Mm-hmm.
they can get away with it, and then they get caught. So maybe that person got caught. I don't know. Um, wow. The next one is somewhat related. Getting random, middle of the night, two-factor authentication codes for websites you haven't logged into since 2018, realizing someone's trying to hack your old Tumblr. That's a good one.
Yeah, I get those sometimes, but I don't really get those too often.
Yeah, I've gotten them a
Unsolicited.
few times.
I got
And I
it like
kind
a
of,
couple times for like the same thing like over and over again and I'm like
yeah.
I don't even know how this would like how if you're the hacker like you think that this works. Like are you just trying to get my attention? Cuz I don't
Well,
know what are
what
you
I
trying to
don't
do?
really don't understand about is for you to get the two-factor authentication text, that means they got past your password because you have to type in the right, you know, email address or username and password, and then it sends the two-factor authentication thing. So one thing that I always do, and when I get those, and I don't get them often, is I go to whatever site that is and change the password right away because I'm like, you didn't work and you're not getting another try. So ha 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 ha.
Um
Uh,
So this says one of the things on here says over-engineered appliances, refrigerators with touch
mhm.
screens that require Wi-Fi updates, or washing machines that play full melodic symphony. So I used to have a washer and dryer that did that, and I thought it was so funny because like it went way too long. Like
Yeah.
I remember y'all's that you guys had before it just played a little like do 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 do, like it just a little short like
Yeah,
jingle.
yeah,
But then the one I had, it was like it just kept going. It was like do do
yeah,
do do do
yeah.
do
It,
do 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 do
yeah,
do 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 do
yeah.
do 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 do
That
do,
must be the
like
same
just
one we
kept
have.
going. That you're
Yeah,
like, okay, I get it. Why is it going for
yeah.
so long? Like,
It has like two
I
verses to
get
the
it. You're
song.
done.
It's got a whole
Yeah.
bridge section. Yeah,
Right.
there was somebody. There was a
It
video I saw on
pauses for a
Instagram.
second and then picks back up again. Like, wait, I thought we were
Yeah.
finished here.
Yeah, why is there a dramatic pause in the song for my dishwasher? No, there was an Instagram video I saw of, and I think it was a joke thing, but it was like a guy and he's on the phone with his girlfriend and she's breaking up with him and he's crying and in tears, and then in the background his overly long, washing machine ending song is playing, and it's like it's just messing with the whole mood of what's going on with
That's-
him.
Which,
Yeah,
like,
who
now,
thought that was a good idea? Also, I want to be able to customize the song, so at least it's something that I want to listen to for that long. So
that's true.
that's
The one I
that's the
have
update
now,
they
I
need.
guess I don't know, I guess it's not as, like, fancy because the one I have now doesn't make a noise at all. It doesn't make a noise when the dryer's done. It doesn't make a noise when the wash is done. You just kind of got to
Oh
listen
wow,
for it. Like,
wow!
okay, I
It
don't
doesn't even
hear
have
it
that.
anymore.
It
Like,
doesn't even having that nasty loud like
no,
that it used to do
thank
on the
God. Thank
dryer.
God.
Like,
I
did I
think
just get? Is my wash done, or did I just get an answer wrong? I don't know what that
I
is.
think like that's why they changed up the washing machine dryer noise so much, because they were like, okay, let's make it the complete opposite of that.
Right. That sound was terrible. Let's make it a sound that sounds like it came from a Disney movie.
Yeah, but I kind of think the whole touchscreen refrigerators and like even your what is it, your oven or whatever that you can kind of control from your phone. I think that's like pretty cool.
No, we don't have that one. I think Brandon might have that one. We don't have
Mm-mm.
that one.
I thought
We
you can
can't
like
control us from the phone.
I
No.
thought you could
I
like
wish I could.
or is it your washing machine? Someone has something like that that you can control, an appliance that you can control
Yeah,
from your
we can
phone.
I can control our washer and dryer from the phone. But that honestly doesn't. See, and I know what this is talking about to some extent too. Like they do some things with the appliances where it doesn't make it overly useful. Like I've never used it has that
Oh yeah.
function, and I can go in and like program. I probably what I could do is like when you put a comforter in and it's on the heat sense thing to see if it's dry yet,
Oh, it
and
needs to go
you
again.
put it on for 2 minutes and it's done somehow, and you're like, well,
No.
no, I know it's not dry, so let me turn it back on. I can do that from the phone. I never have though because I just don't think of it, but there,
Put my
I
clothes
mean,
in the
it's things
wash
like
and then
that.
drive off like,
Yeah,
dang it, I never started it. Ugh, but I
yeah,
don't have
that's
detergent in it either.
yeah. Now what do I do? Um, yeah, I mean stuff like that. Like actually what you're talking about, the dry or the stove thing, that would be useful if I
Preheat
could
the oven on my way home to make sure
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
yeah, so I can
Yeah,
pop
that
that
would that
pizza
would
right
be a
in there.
great fun. Yeah. Also, probably not all that safe to be turning my oven on while I'm not at the house, but I'd also like a camera in
No,
there and a temperature probe so I can see if my meat's done.
it's,
See, that's one you got me that the one year for Christmas,
oh
the
yeah,
temperature probes that
yeah,
connect to my phone, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
super. That's
That is
super
cool,
useful because I
especially for
use
what you
that
use
on
it
the
for.
smoker. Yeah.
Um, that reminds me of this video I saw, and it's like, obviously, the A&M podcast does not encourage leaving your candles lit when you leave your home, but
No.
um, I saw this video, and it was like in our minds what we think the candle is gonna do when we leave,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
true.
like it's like a lit candle on the counter, like completely away from everything and everybody, and there's no cat to get it or whatever. With
Yeah.
my cats, I've
Yeah.
never messed with the candles, but um, and it was like, oh, they're gone, and it like tips
Yeah.
itself
Yeah.
over and lights
Yeah.
the whole house on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Or suddenly, like, I don't know, like on a cartoon or something, the whole flame flares up out of the top of the candle. And yeah. Yeah, that is true. That's one of those irrational fears.
Yeah.
Uh, I like this one. Receipt length absurdity. You
Mm.
buy exactly one pack of gum at a pharmacy and walk out with a 4 foot long piece of paper receipt. Have you ever had that where it's like, you know, you do buy like 3 items and the receipt's like, a foot long, and it's like it's
Yeah.
got the bottom, which is the terms of service for buying the pack of gum, and then
Coupons, do this
yeah,
survey.
coupons. Here's a link for our survey. Yeah, yeah,
We're
that
all
is a
just
good one.
we're all just putting it in the trash anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
oh, this one's funny because this happens to me and I get so embarrassed. Self-checkout accusations. The robotic voice loudly accusing you of theft via the phrase unexpected item in the bagging area when you just moved your grocery bag. Oh my gosh, you know where it
Yeah,
always does that to me? Because Target. Target has the
Target.
most sensitive self-checkout machines nowadays. Like I can't find the barcode, so I'm just moving it around and not like I'm one of those people holding it up. I'm just like, I just
Right,
take my stuff and I roll it around on the little thing till it
right,
gets something. And I'll move it a little too fast or whatever. Not even done scanning it. Like I didn't hear the
right.
ding, so I'm still rolling it around and it's like up. It like does this little like noise of like she's stealing.
Yeah,
So annoying. I
yeah.
hate when that
I
happens.
think I think is it Costco? It's one of the wholesale clubs that is it might be, yeah, I think it's Costco, where when you're at the self-checkout there, it's like you scan the item and it's like, please place item in bagging area,
Oh
and you put it in the
yeah.
bagging area and somehow it doesn't detect, and it's like, please place item in and then you move it, you move an item to put a different
Yeah.
item there, right? And then it's, please please replace item in bagging area, like as if you took it out. It's like, I'm not trying to steal things. Just stop
Cause
being. I
cause they have like oh my gosh, or I know they have to like I know they do certain things because of people stealing or whatever, but when like you go to one of those places, I think it happened to me at Walmart recently. And I was buying a bunch of stuff. Nah, I guess not that much stuff. I was buying a little bit for a lot of money. And I'm sitting there and I'm scanning my things and like the self-checkout, I don't know, worker lady is just sitting there like pretty much just if she would have done this, I would have felt it on my neck. And she's standing there just like watching me.
yeah,
And I'm not stealing, so it's
yeah,
it's whatever, but it's also
yeah,
just like, oh my gosh, like you guys don't even
yeah.
try to hide it that you're like watching. Like
You like, for
it's
a minute
actually gonna make me more
you felt
nervous.
like you'd accidentally been hired and she was your supervisor.
Yeah, I
That's what
felt
it
like I was
is.
in training. Yeah, I was just in
Yeah.
training for the cash register. That is
You should have just turned around and gone, Am I doing it right? I don't.
that would be really funny. I mean, if anything, it made me more like I wanted to be more obnoxious with like scanning, shaking the bag open, putting it in there like very loud and noticeable just because it was very obnoxious. Like you don't need to watch over me like that. You know what? If I'm going to
Yeah,
steal, like if I'm going to steal, I'm going to steal. Okay? Like you don't need to watch over. You're watching over me so much that this guy behind you now is probably stealing. If someone's gonna
yeah,
steal, they're gonna
exactly.
run into Walmart, take what they want, and run right out. That's usually what
Yeah,
they
they're not
do. They're
going to the
not going
self
to the.
checkout to steal. I think I've told the story on here before about when we were in, it was BJ's warehouse in Sanford back in the day,
Mhm.
and we were buying a TV, and we had gone and paid for our TV, and we're standing in the line because they got to check your receipt before you leave. And while we're standing in the line waiting for the guy to check our receipt, a guy grabbed a TV off the rack, a box, because they have them on the floor, grabbed it, ran out the door, threw it in the trunk of the waiting car that was out front, and drove off. So the people who are going to steal are not going to stand in line waiting for you to check their receipt.
Right, right. Or if
I
anything,
have,
okay, you'll catch the one person trying to, I don't know,
yeah.
snag a bag of
I
chips.
saw I saw a video on, it was on TikTok, of people and it was in Target, I think, that they were doing it. They were taking the barcodes off of bananas
Oh, I've seen
and
that.
then
Yeah.
going to self checkout, putting it on a TV box, going to self checkout, scanning it, walking out. And a few of the times that they did, and they had multiple videos of them doing it at different stores, which the first
Recording
thing I
yourself
thought
doing
there
it is
was,
crazy.
yeah, like you think you're smart because you figured out a way to buy a TV for like $1.50, but you also recorded yourself committing a crime and then put that out on the internet. So that kind of reduced your intelligence quota right there. But they showed even some where the person, walking out the door is checking the receipt, and the person checking the receipt looked at the receipt, put the line through it, and sent them on their way. So that was the bigger dilemma there, was that like nobody was like self-checkout,
That's crazy.
is one thing, but when you're, and I think one of them, they even went to an actual cash register with the modified barcode, and the guy that scanned it didn't even like
Oh,
question the
he
fact
would
that they
get
were
in so
buying a
much
TV.
trouble, I can
Oh,
imagine.
yeah, yeah, you think
That's
because that
crazy.
somebody did catch that at some point. I'm sure they have systems in place to catch that. But yeah,
Well,
that
because
that was kind of a
Target,
wild one.
apparently Target, like the reason it like beeps and gets all crazy when you like don't scan it properly is
Yeah.
because I remember a worker told me a long time ago when they were like updating their machines that they were having like, I don't know, I guess they were like they updated their machines to be these like fancy AI machines. So it like, even though the camera's pointed at you, trust me, there's like a fancy AI
Oh,
system
sure.
on it where it sees like everything you scan. So, you know, keep playing with these stores if you want to, but technology's getting way too advanced for
Ye-
all of that. Those days are just those days are gone, and I'm sorry that the
Yeah.
younger crowd, has to deal with these more
Is being
modern times, but
is being forced to be honest. It's terrible. No, in Sam's Club, this one's kind of cool. They have their system now. Like if you do, I think it's pay in the app, because I always do the
I've
scan
done
in the
that
app,
at
which I think
Sam's too.
Sam's
Yeah, I like that.
Sam's and BJ's has that.
Yeah,
When
I
you
like that.
leave Sam's Club now, they just have this like thing you go through. It looks like kind of like the metal detectors that you go through at the airport or
Mhm.
at Disney.
Mhm.
Um, and you just push your cart through it, and it checks it and knows everything that's in your cart and whether or not it's on your order, which I don't know how it knows your order, because they don't have you scan your phone or anything. You just walk through and it knows
That's
who
pretty
you are.
cool.
So it's cool and scary at the same time,
I like
you know?
have you seen, I think the Amazon store does it, or I don't know, I like the stores that have the thing where you can just put the stuff in your cart and it like, have you seen
Oh, and
that?
it knows what's in your cart. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Those
pretty cool.
systems have been like in development for a while, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
surprised
think
they
that's
haven't
super
shown
neat.
up sooner. It is, because then like I don't even have to worry about all that. Like I really
Yeah.
like when we go to BJ's, we always do where you scan it in the app, and then when you leave, they scan the QR code on your phone, and it tells them, scan three random items in their cart. We did have one time where because they used to make them scan like more than that. They would make them
Mhm.
scan like six sometimes, and we'd have like seven items, and we'd be like, I mean, you could have just checked my order out instead. But
Yeah.
but they we had one time where we went, and there was something in the cart that we had forgotten to scan, and that was embarrassing because, then like, even though I go, oh yeah, sorry, I missed that. Let me scan it and I'll, pay for it now. But in the back of the guy's mind, he's like, you were trying to get away with something. I was just lazy. I just missed that one. We had a
Right.
cart full of things and I just
Right.
missed one.
Like, yeah,
How
I'm
about,
spending $300 and yeah,
yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah,
save that 15 right there.
yeah.
Leave
I
it
was trying to
alone.
steal the $5 pack of, beef jerky or something.
Yeah.
Um, okay, last one. I think this is a good one for the last one. The skip intro dilemma. The internal crisis of whether to manually skip a TV show theme song or risk letting the streaming app cut off the first 3 seconds of the actual episode. I've never really run
Oh.
into that. I don't
Mm.
think. I find most of them, when you do the skip intro, it takes you like right at the end of the intro and you still have to listen to part. Or I've had some where it's like
True.
the intro is so short that the skip intro thing actually functionally does nothing, because you do it and I'm like, that was like a 1 second. It cut out 1 second, you know?
Yeah. I definitely am a fan of skip intro, especially like we've been watching From lately, and From's, I don't know, their theme song is kind of scary to me, so I try to skip
Yeah,
that intro every time. Like it's just the song. The song is like a little
yeah.
spooky.
Yeah, I also find that if you're binge watching something where you're watching like 3 or 4 episodes in
Oh
a row,
yeah.
the skip recap and the skip intro are the best features because it's
Yeah.
like, no, I don't need a recap. I just watched the episode.
Yeah, I just
And
watched
I
it.
don't need to see the intro again because I just saw it at the
I've
beginning. So
already
no,
heard this
I'm good.
intro. I'm just trying to move on to the third
Yeah.
episode. Like, let me get there.
Yeah. But it is funny because you think about everything that we just talked and complained about 20 years ago. I don't think any of it existed. So what will we be
True.
complaining about in the next 20 years?
Yeah, who knows?
We'll find out.
That my flying car won't start up. No,
Yeah, that's right.
no.
My
Why
self-driving
my
car
why
took me
my
to the wrong 7-Eleven.
why my flying car isn't working, but my neighbor's 1998 Honda's still starting up just
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Dang it. So,
anyway, yeah,
and
let us
and hopefully we'll still be here to complain about that in 20 years.
um yeah, so let us know what, what is it called? Like I guess it's first world problems
Yeah, yeah,
you guys got that we missed. And
yeah,
we still have
yeah,
a lot more, so maybe we'll do another episode one day
yeah, yeah.
on
That's a good
the
idea.
rest of them. Because we
Yeah,
we got a lot, okay? It's like our
yeah,
it's like our complaints. We could keep going,
yeah,
but you guys
yeah,
don't want to listen to us for that long.
yeah. That's right. And oh, Alyssa, no,
No,
just
none
kidding,
today. I do
just
keep
kidding,
an eye out, but
just kidding.
of
Yeah,
course, like it's always when I'm by myself that those scary little critters come out. It's when Adrian's here with me, it's not nothing shows. They like
yeah.
to wait
Well,
until he leaves. They know.
that's because they're afraid of him.
They know when they
That's
can
why.
take over. I
Yeah.
know.
They
Yeah,
he
so
intimidates them. That's why. So, all right, guys. Thanks for checking us out this time, and check out True Crime Thursday coming up this week, and a new Marvel Monday coming out next week.
bye everybody.